So the process was Shleep. That's actually how you say it. Shleep. You got to say it like that every time. So you heard that Bachi Shleep. And I named it that because I felt like that was my way of just saying like, wake up, like y'all sleep on me. Like, don't be sleep on me. And it just means a lot to me because that's when I was telling you when I started doing music, that was the same year. So I was like, hey, like I just dropped a single. I have these songs and I want to create something that people can be like, okay, we have somebody here. And this is before I branded myself the headband and everything, but I did it because I was like, I got to get serious about, everything that I'm doing now. But the mindset that I had was very, it was still fun for me. I wasn't taking things like, oh, I can do this full time. I was still in school trying to get my degree type energy. So, but I was like, but I also like doing music now because I see people respect what I have going on. This is when I was doing poetry jams and slams and things like that, just to throw myself in front of a crowd with nothing to give, just to force myself to be ready to talk in front of people because I never done that before. So I was doing random talent shows with nothing, just freestyling, just to see if I could do it. It's embarrassing, it sucks, but I had to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and that helped me in performances later on in life. But no, Shleep was definitely one of those things where I just started creating music. That's when I was collaborating with a lot of people. I met a lot of producers. I was like, oh, I like the community that music brings here, especially in North Florida and the people I met. Shout out to Matthew St. Fleur and the Journey team. That's who really guided me that whole time. He took me under his wing and he managed me. And he was like, yeah, like, you're talented. We got to make a body of work. Now, granted, every song on the project, I mixed in my room, in my dorm and all that. Like, I mixed. So if it sounds inconsistent, it's because I was just learning, but I knew that the song would speak for itself. I let all that go. But I was like, let's make an album. I want to do 10 songs. I don't want to give too much. I want to do 10 songs. And I had an idea of what songs I want to put out, and I had it in a certain order. And I want people to know, like, okay, first song, all for you, because, like, this is what I'm doing it for, all for you. I want you to feel like this album is for you by Bachi. It's like a gift. But the glue of the project, the two songs were the glue for me, Bungalow and Cul-de-sac. And Bungalow came about, I met RG through, I think, I'm not sure if it was through SoundCloud or Twitter or something, but I knew that my manager, Matt, at the time was like, hey, I got to plug him. And I was a big fan of a video he dropped riding around in Walmart. I was like, this guy's dope. He reminds me of me. Like, I want to do something with him. And he's like, okay, bet. This is what it takes. And we made it happen. And he gave me a dope feature. And I was like, thank God I have this, opportunity to make a song this big. And then everybody hopped on that. It's like, yeah, we like this song. You got to put on the album. So, okay, cool. I'm going to make songs after, we make a good song like that. You kind of get a flush of like, oh, I got to keep making songs because you have that energy up. All those songs came after Bungalow. And I started like hitting up different producers like, hey, I want to get more features. Paris Chris was a homie. He started showing love to me real early. He didn't have to do that, but he went out of his way for me. He still goes out of his way for me. Shout out Paris Chris, love you. He's like, yeah, let me rap on that. He rapped on it for My Way. And then I think Cul-de-sac is the song that made me like cry when I made it. Like Cul-de-sac was the song I want people to know. Yeah, like I understand what this journey is going to be like. I want y'all to know what I'm doing right now. I want y'all to know like, yeah, I still go to my parents. I'm still this. I'm still supported by these people, and this is my life. But one day we're going to be at this level, and I know what it takes to be here. And it's not this cookie cutter stuff, So I really made Cul-de-sac to connect with the people. That was my first song I made where I was like on some introspective, like, let me talk to them. And that was the glue for the track. I think a lot of people back home know Cul-de-sac is the one that, the city really messes with. But those two songs were the glue, and everything else was just my experiences. Like Wrong Time was just me. I wanted to flex about my crew and team. Strawberry Cream, I love strawberry milkshakes from Cold Stone, so I made a song about that. Bounce. I had a friend who made beats and they were really bouncy, and I just called the song Bounce and rapped on it. Like, it's different things that was very in the moment and very real, very raw. People could hear the mix. People hear that it wasn't all the way consistent, but they respected what I was saying. And I threw a little listening party for it, and the whole city came up, showed up. TJ's DJs showed up. He came in and gave me his thoughts. That was the first time I met him. And after that, I said, great, I have an album out now. And it built up, and the numbers just came in naturally. And yeah, I started working on Happy Go Lucky. Only thing I can share is I want people to take from this interview, at least, just know that you are not alone. everyone in the world is going through their own, thing where the shoe has to fit and it has to fill. But I'm doing all this for y'all. Like, I'm trying to hit that happy medium. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're poor. I don't care if you're from the middle. This is for community. I'm making music so we can all put the same plug into a extension cord. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not for separatists and people trying to segregate cultures. It's for everybody. And if you hear this interview and you're inspired, please go do the same for someone else. And follow me, of course. OMG is Bachi on all platforms. But really, just love each other. We're in a time where we need each other more than ever. And if we don't stick it out together, then we're all going to be alone and sad. And that's not the way, you know what I'm saying? And I have my headband on because this makes me feel like I'm the best version of myself. I feel like an anime character. So that's why I wear it. And I want people to find those things that make them feel like the best version of themselves. Because if they don't, it's going to be a sad life, That's pretty much all I have, man. Music coming soon. And I don't know how soon, but Hot is out and it's doing great. And I appreciate y'all for giving me the platform. It means the world, honestly.